So I know I'm like 2 minutes early, so I'm going to go ahead and let some other people come in, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up and get started because I'm really dying to read this to you all tonight. So, and this is in no way negative towards the content creator that this chat thread originated, and that is going to be, and I know that there's going to be some double dipping super snoopers in here running as soon as I disclose this first content creator and telling them. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and clarify. I'm not trying to stir up no drama. This was actually initially a very good back and forth between me and this content creator, and then it went to hell in a handbasket real quick. So shout out to, are we ready? Arctic Fox True Crime. That's where this started. This started in a chat thread last week due to the Lily Parker case. And also want to make note that there are no hashtags in the titles of any of these series with the kids' names. That is my own personal choice. We'll go over that throughout this entire thing. Okay. But I just want you guys to notice that I'm not doing that. That is for a particular reason. That is not to say anything positive or negative about content creators that do use the hashtags with the children's names. There's reasons why that's okay and why it's not okay and when and all that. We'll go over that throughout all this because this needs to be discussed. I'm a huge fan of true crime, and some of the stuff I've seen, especially in the last couple of months, but over the last year, it's bugging the piss out of me, to put it nicely. Let's get on with that comment thread. And we're going to have, I'm sure there's some some subscribers, excuse me, that'll be coming in and out. That's because I'm drinking this and not coffee tonight. That are probably going to hate me, and that's okay. That's probably something you'll have to reflect upon within yourself. I don't judge. It's cool. Do what you do, boo. Okay. And let's get it first while we're waiting. Y'all know I got to bring this up because I always talk about this, and I do go occasionally and do these little pop-up hair checks on Tyson Draper, and he done did it again. Tyson, my love. What am I going to do with you? Okay. Okay. Now let's get it. Starting with the very first comment, which started with my highlighted comment, which was, again, like I said, this had to do with the Lily Parker case. And this is the video titled, Here is blank, 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 the 14-year-old cousin of Lily Peters. And the reason why her name is obviously out there, it's already been out there. His wasn't initially. We can go over that as you know, y'all can leave a comment. You don't have to be dicks, though. Just saying. This is what I said. I said, while I have to admit that I was curious about what the kids looked like, the judge had ordered to not put his picture out there as he is still a minor. That was my comment. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. And the next one, which this came in before my notification for this comment came in before I saw the reply for my comment. So Arctic Fox then responds, and this is what I see. Blessed Bumblebee. I generally don't put any child's face out there, but IMO, which means, in my opinion, when you commit crimes of this level of depravity, you give up all rights to remain anonymous. I'm not mixed up in the drama and doxing people on my channel. I would recommend you check my channel out before you make assumptions based on one post. And seeing his out, and I can honestly show you, it wasn't highlighted like Blessed Bumblebee wasn't highlighted for me to know that he wasn't actually calling me that. And I got, like I said, I got the notification before the reply from at Blessed Bumblebee came in. So, with that being said, there's context behind that. The next one was my response. And I said, Arctic Fox true crime. That wasn't an assumption. Look up the definition of assumption. Fact. Judge stated this. Also fact. Doesn't change that he is a minor, and yes, his crime is heinous, but in America, it's innocent until proven guilty, and I'm still following the case and haven't heard anything other than the kid admitted to this. So I recommend that you thoroughly read and understand one's comment in its entirety before assuming that one is ill-informed about their statement or the context they're in. Hashtag just saying. And if you're coming and joining, thank you for joining me in this live stream where this true crime conundrum begun. That's the comment thread we're in now. So, and then he responds. He lost his rights when he and killed his own cousin. Sorry, not sorry. And I said, I understand your emotion and anger behind this, but there's a clear reason our justice system is in place. Albeit defunct, it's there so we aren't driven by emotion, but by the facts instead. Sorry, definitely not sorry. And then finally, she shows up to chime in. Blessed Bumblebee. She says, at Arctic Fox True Crime, I'm not mad, doll, just stating facts. Your actions aren't sitting right with you either. That's why you mad and trying to project it. I also wouldn't like it if the victim was my daughter and this tragedy was the first thing people learned about her. To which I was like, my response was agreeing to disagree. My apologies, as in my feed. Bumblebee's comment had not showed up when your reply notification came in. So I got to pull them back up. And then I said to her, I said, it's how we learned about her, regardless of whether that was posted. So I'm a little confused as to what you meant. And I'm just curious. So I wasn't trying to be dick. That's why I said, I'm just curious. And she says, I just meant that it is counterproductive to the boy's rehabilitation to post his identity. Forgive my forwardness, please, but the same thing happened on a different case. Talking and exposing rumors about minors. The last bit about the girl was just my opinion. I can agree to disagree. I think I'm adult enough. I can handle being taught something regardless of how the lesson gets delivered. I'm a teachable fool. Are you sure about that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think me and you know that wasn't necessarily true, but we're gonna get back to that. And I said, thank you. I thought that, but I wasn't sure. Also, I don't know anything about his past, although I'm sure it can't be the best. But given just this incident, do you think he is rehabilitation capable? 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 Yeah, capable? Capable. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Okay. And she says, says, perfect question for his psychiatrist. I don't want to go any further than saying many boys, especially his age range, suffer silently with mental health issues. Absolutely. I'm having to pull up the one right back. So that we get this in the right order. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Just because I don't want to lose my place. There we go. Wow. It's not letting me finish that part of her comment. And I said, I can certainly understand, fully agree with you. If he had been treated, probably. This based on the theory that he has been sexually assaulted, then I feel like this likely would not have occurred had he been treated properly. But considering the severity, I just am not hopeful. I have a 15-year-old son, and I can't even imagine something like this or what I would even do. This is so unfathomable. She says, I can't wrap my head around anything I've seen in the last 10 months on YouTube. It's vile. Comedians are being slapped for talking about a man's wife's bald head, but here are fully formed adults, supposedly children's. And then, of course, the comment is not loading. And then another subscriber chimes in and says, M's Mad World, talking to me. The judge cannot order that to the general public. The judge can order that only to officials involved with the case. And that's what the judge did. But at the end of the day, the judge ordered that for a reason. Obviously, to protect the integrity of the case. Like Blessed Bumblebee was saying, if the kid has a chance of rehabilitation, it's also to protect his identity so that he has a better outcome, more likely. I guess not that some of y'all care because it's very apparent in the chat that you don't. And they then proceed to tell me that if that's my interpretation, that's okay. But I do not. They say I do not. They do not respect this slimy weasel, his intentions, his plans, or what he did. And that if I do, then good on you. Each to his own. Maybe he can live next to you or your daughter one day. Cheers. That's so mature. That's so mature. But you felt awesome. About as awesome as I did when I went and looked at your channel afterwards. And I'm still, whether or not that's even an actual account. And then I said, wow. I never said it was about respect for him. It's the families. It was actually about respect for the law. But since your butt hurt and shit, I'll let you go bitch and whine behind your keyboard. Awesome to involve my daughter, whom is in no way involved and did nothing to you or anyone. Effing. That's what I said. And you got to understand the person spells their name Kay, like female K, a woman like critical. Not that that's who it is, because I'm sure it's probably not. Even if it is, I don't care. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. Okay. And I proceed to then tell them, and I'd say that to your face. Cheers on that. And then I said, even more hilarious that you think that he'll actually get out one day. Which there's, after finding out what I found out later on the next day, I think it was Michelle Walks, or on Michelle Walks and Michelle After Dark. I'm subscribed to both our channels. She brings up a case that's over in England where the perpetrators were much younger than the one in this case, and one of them got out. I was horrified. I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely horrified. So and this is what I said. I said, fair enough. He definitely did order that. If you want to jump on that bandwagon, you're certainly welcome to. I'm saying that he is a minor, and honestly, posting a picture of him could possibly taint the potential jury pool, aside from the fact that the judge has a very valid reason for stating just so. Y'all have the choice to also abide those orders out of respect for the families involved and the law, or you can basically give the judge the finger and do what you want. Either way, you aren't going to change my mind about how the judicial system handles these things based on facts and not emotion. You probably would feel different if either of these children in the case were yours. I'm also going to assume, and this being a huge one, but probable, that you haven't been through anything close to that. So, probably should not assume how either families feel currently, nor as the details come out. So, maybe we also not speak about things we literally know nothing about. And before you start up with a snarky comeback, you need to know two things. One, please think it through before typing. And two, I personally have lost a child. Not in this manner. I have experienced the death of a child. So I do kind of know how that feels. So let's not go there. Let's just not. And like I said, so mature of you to bring my daughter into the comment thread. Like, that's so really, like, okay. And I said, not like this, but I have. So choose wisely, not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that that is where that one ended. So since we have a little bit of time, I would like to go ahead and move on to what I was going to say. Hi, thank you for just joining me. You missed the first comment thread readout. I'm moving on to the second one, which comes from Harsh Reality, the channel Harsh Reality. So super big shout out to him. We've been communicating through comment threads on his various video uploads lately, and he has recently become one of my favorite go-to channels. I look for his uploads in the morning when I get up. I'm like, oh, let's see what he's got to say, because he's just like me. He tells you how it is, how he feels about it, and you can take it or leave it. So now I may have to actually go into YouTube and pull that one up from yesterday, because it was such a big comment thread that, and I hadn't prepared to read it aloud tonight. I don't have all of it saved yet. Plus, some of these comment threads, they get crazy long and go on for days at a time. You will constantly keep getting notifications for comment threads. Like, that's a rabbit hole in and of itself. So let's see. Let's go to Harsh Reality. And so tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a part 2 on my podcast, where I discuss these 4 like little sub genres or subcategories of true crime as I see them, as I feel like that's what they are. Because it's general. I mean, most of the true crime channels fall under these 3 main subgenres, and then the 4th one isn't really a subgenre. It's basically, well, it should become really apparent by the end of this series that I'm working on, which has live streams, video uploads, and episodes on my podcast, which is called Gigi's Midnight Rants, and it's on Anchor. You can also hear that on Spotify. So, again, we're getting ready to start reading some of the comment thread from Harsh Reality, which I'm pretty sure this is the right one. We've got about 54 comments deep into this one before I finally laid it down last night. Where is it? It was the one where he decided that he wasn't going to go on the reporter room, and I honestly feel like he made the right decision. I really do. Let's see. Videos. Let's see. Is it in the community tab? I bet it's the community tab. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. This one was really good. So it's 65 65 comments deep. His position was this. This is in his community tab on This Is Harsh Reality. I was due to appear on a live over at Reporter Room on Wednesday. However, due to the fact that this channel chose to allow Ziggy and Benny on panel, sadly due to a conflict of interest, I have pulled out of the live. I love Reporter Room and will continue to support her work. However, you guys know me, and lives are something I take very seriously. And for that reason, I cannot do a live on a channel that allows creators who I feel are either harming the case or doing far less than capable of doing. I hope you guys understand. I know it could have been great for the channel and its growth, but sadly, my morals far outweigh my desires to build a larger subscriber base. Harsh. They couldn't have put that more beautifully. And he is totally validated in his reasoning behind that. Which is why my mind was like at what I began to see unravel after that. Okay. And here we go. Starting with this pinned comment from a one Honest Rage. And disclaimer, since we are reading a live comment thread read out, please do not harass, bully, cyberbully, or any other form of bullying, harassing, stalking anybody mentioned in the live thread tonight, in the comment thread, then or ever, or creators mentioned. Please and thank you. Also be respectful in the live chat tonight. Okay. At Honest Rage says, I'm confused about your decision. Reporter Room doesn't support either creator on her panel last night. She gave them a platform to tell their personal opinions based on the fact that they had both been around the wells and in their home, which is just so disrespectful to just go around talking crap about people that you know. Have they, I need to get more of that story. Had they been in the home before Summer witnessing, or like there's just so much misinformation regarding this case, and it drives me nuts. Excuse me. I do apologize. I'm disappointed you would deny the community your views on the subject based on bias. It seems fairly ignorant and immature to me not to have an open mind towards the integrity of others, regardless of how I feel about them personally. But that's just me. Mind you, if you do not know who Honest Rage is, she's like his #1 cheerleader. I'm not going to mention who he is. You can go do the homework for yourself. I'm not going to mention him because I'm not promoting him. There, I said it. Okay. There's a couple other creators that fall in the category with him. I said what I said. You can tell them what I said. I don't give a carrying on. I had only subbed to your channel last night since I saw your name in Hitman and Reporter Room. It would have been interesting to hear your take, but I'm good. Anyone who would deny the facts based on bias is not my cup of tea. Y'all know me. I openly admit I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and some of y'all are not mine. That being one of them. And this is where we began to see the craziest stuff happen. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to be able to read it out in full view. He says, Harsh Reality says, I will say it how I see it. BK is a clever guy. He annoys the shit out of me because he could do a lot and potentially be one of the best advocates there. But he consistently allows himself to be embroiled in drama and stupidity that then affects the overall persona. It's like he could be great, but great is boring, so he drop kicks the good and rolls around in the mud. Commit to one or the other and stay there. Stop switching lanes. And I agree with that. I have no good thing to say about Ziggy, I'm afraid. As from what I've seen, it's just about feeding drama. And from what I saw last night, she doesn't even really know anything and needed BK to carry her through it. I share my views on my channel, and I have done lives on JDTC too, so people can see and hear my thoughts. But my decision to not go on Reporter Room is due to the fact that I do not want to go on a platform that allowed two people on their platform who are not helping this case. One simply cannot help Ziggy, and the other, BK, could do if he could just stop getting dragged into crap every day. Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm reading this live comment thread read out, so when I look up and I see you guys joining, I will welcome you. I appreciate you joining the live. This is something that's really been bugging me. Oh, I bet that was a double dippers. They come, they troll your channel, then they go run and tell the channels that you're discussing that you're talking about them. And then usually those channels can't handle the truth. They get butthurt. You'll know they'll try to strike you or troll you, all of which I have had issues with my whole life. So troll away, guys. Troll away. I don't care. Moving right along. Okay. Back to the comment thread. And he says, if I didn't think that BK had the capabilities to be very good, then he would not annoy me so much. It's a waste of talent at times with him. You can stay, you can go. Genuinely, I couldn't give a shit either way. How's that for immaturity? I literally was in the floor laughing, just laughing hysterically because I thought I was bad and I thought I said what was on my mind, but like, damn. Anyways, and then another response. It's called integrity. He doesn't want to be associated with the likes of Z or BK who have exploited poor little Summer for their own gain. And that is very, very clear. And then somebody says, at Harsh Reality, boom. I love that. And someone says, don't mind her. She just wants to be BK's number one. You made the best decision to stay far, far away from those freaks. Sorry, not sorry. I love that. And a creator knows what a good combo panel should look like. That's why Harsh was invited. If people want a face-to-face discussion, they can do so without the entertainment. Brilliantly put and clear as daylight. Have never loved and respected you more, Harsh. Thank you. At Honest Rage, stay away. We do not want BK minions over here on the channels that matter, nor do we care what you do and do not find disappointing. And she says, you know absolutely nothing about me. And she says, I go where I please. I've never seen you a day in my life and never care to. My opinion is allowed in our Constitution. I wasn't rude or disrespectful, simply giving perspective. This will be the last time I address your existence. Eloquence would be a good lesson for you, though. But I'm sure your rude and disrespectful vocabulary will get you far. I'm sure your condescending nature will get you far. Honest Rage. Okay. Somebody says, integrity. What integrity? You're sadly mistaken about what integrity is then. Sorry, but some of these creators have no integrity at all if they think it will make them a dime. Truth. Truth hurts a dime. Honest Rage. And she says, I don't always agree with anyone's behaviors. Don't get me wrong. I'm giving you a different viewpoint to observe. And if you don't accept it, that's fine. There was just a hope that I'd found another commentator to admire, and you shocked me. You shocked me with your stupidity, lady. Okay? She says, I didn't expect it. The live was actually in-depth and informative, and Reporter Room asked great questions. I'm sure she did. I'm sure the responses were less than stellar. The only drama was in the chat. I don't listen to Ziggy, but she's been to Ben Hill, and I agree with you for the most part. I just suggest doing more research before you sell the file. And somebody's like, bye. Because she said she was leaving. That's what we thought. And then Blessed Bumblebee, look, Blessed Bumblebee shows up. Integrity and Benny's name don't belong in the same sentence. And I do agree with you on that, honey. Fully agree with you on that. I do remember your name. And I remembered what you said. And it didn't make me mad until you said what you said here. And I said, this is me responding to someone else. I said, he can still share them. He just did not want to sit in on the same panel. There are some things about the true crime community that are completely ignored. I'm about to upload a video series discussing this issue as well as a few others I've recently noticed, this being one of the first videos. Respectfully disagreeing with you, and thank you for the comment on behalf of Harsh and the fam here, as it does help out even after you unsub. P.S. I admit I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Thanks for sharing your honest opinion, even if it's because you don't understand the self-preservation of one's legitimate work versus sitting with creators where there is a clear level of exploitation of this child. People need to understand the difference in order to weed out the bullshit. I hope that you aren't crediting BK and Tiffany with anything close to facts, because that's hysterical. And it really is. Then Teresa Burke, who I saw you at Ernie's live stream. That's another thing. I want all of y'all subs, creators, content, all y'all true crimers. I want y'all to know. I will come into a live stream and see who's attending that live stream, because I see a clear problem with what I call double dipping, where you like to get in a live stream and pretend you're cool with everyone in that live stream, and then you go over to like Ernie's live stream or BK's live stream and talk mad crap about the chat that you were just in and everybody in it. And that is so middle school that I'm going to start calling y'all on it. Like, literally, I'm going to start calling you on it. There's somebody that's in this thread that I also saw. You know who you are, in Ernie's last night. And I'm still undecided about you. If you know you are, I'm watching you. You know I'm watching you. Okay? Because I think this is so, like I said, it's so middle school. Like, grow the fuck up already. And I do not have no shame in my game. That's why you'll see I immediately address when I recognize her. Said, she says, you are sounding narcissistic. You're actually fitting in the drama by even commenting about it, watching it. Your critical thinking is dissolving into the drama. What a shame. And I says, see where she says. NY2LA says, that's coming from a #1 BK minion, but of course, Honest Rage can't grasp the fact that people do not take BK seriously. He's so dang childish, he's still on the playground. I agree. And she says, Honest Rage says in New York to LA, she says, your irrelevance is unbecoming. See, do y'all see the pattern with how she talks to people, like the just condescending, snarky manner in which she is talking to people? Like, she knows everything and she's better than everybody in the chat. And if you don't agree with her, then you're a moron. Like, bye. That you said you were leaving already. Bye, Felicia. Bye, bye, bye. Get out. And we keep telling her this. Okay? And so someone even tells her, if you did, you would not have made your comment. And both BK and Ziggy are making a mockery out of themselves. And what exactly did they find out except from making cash apps? And what are you participating in, by the way? And then Harsh Rage lets them have it. You can go and read some of this yourself if you don't believe me. They haven't taken any of it down. And I say to her, I said, I thought you'd left. On the way out, if you turn off notifications for this here thread, then you'll actually be free of the things that you don't like here. But you must like your tea extra sweet, because it takes a lot to cover up the bullshit that your buddy keeps contributing to when he's engaging in regards to this case. You will not find Willy Wonka here. Harsh means just that. It's called reality, dear. Have y'all met? And based on the fact that you literally have a playlist on your channel entitled Professor Keys, that is not the school that you want to go for criminal justice. That's the school you want to go for how to make yourself look like a complete jackass in a live stream. Benny Keys, the head of that school, Professor Keys. You can go check it out at Honest Rage. She's got that playlist up on her channel, Professor Keys. It's like, that's a matter of public record, boo. Don't say I'm doxing you. You got it on your channel. Everybody can see it. If you don't want them to see it, keep it private, keep it hidden. But that's what it says. It says what it says. Okay. And then I noticed our Buzz has joined. And I says, blessed, and I'm actually kind of nice. I said, a pleasant, said, oh, nice to see you. Oh, what a surprise to see you here again. Hope, or see you again. Hope you are well. Her response, I love it. Please really think about your word salad mumbo jumbo before you try to serve it up at my table, okay? I'm sorry. Have I insulted you before? There's so many I forget. I haven't decided if it's nice to be here yet. My algorithm on my homepage is mega fudged. It would seem true crime really wants me around, but all I want are mushroom and camping videos. Bitch, that's a lie. Okay? Because I watch mushroom camping videos, people that solo live in their RVs and do all this little tiny house living, and I do true crime, and I have art and paint porn videos. The algorithm is artificial intelligence for a reason. It knows what it's doing. Whereas you may not know how to work YouTube, it'll help you find the videos you're looking for. And basically, what you just told us is that you troll true crime, and that's why it keeps showing up in your feed. Yeah. And that alone also told on yourself because when you said, have I insulted you before? You damn well remember being with me in the other chat over there, and you thought that you had insulted me because you were being so snarky. And then I didn't feed into that. And that's why you tried to come back at me again here. And I respond with this. No, I wasn't insulted. I was initially confused by your comment, which is why I said I was confused. I was just curious. I said that you no doubt remember, which is why you responded in such a passive aggressive manner, thinking you're slick. But seeing as it's an ongoing project of mine, this whole thing that we're doing right now, this true crime conundrum thing, I have had to reread that comment several times. And just like I seen through it over there, I see through it now. And no, I'm not insulted. After having to type this out to call you on your bullshit, I'm thoroughly annoyed. Again, I'm annoyed. Please do not come over here with your condescending bullshit, is all I'm saying. People are more observant, intelligent than you seem to be able to fathom. But newsflash, not everyone is an idiot, and you need to stop talking to people that way. You really do. It's so unbecoming of you. You know what? It sounds like I've guessed now. And seeing as how we've been going for almost 40 minutes, let's call it a wrap. Go join Telegram. You can look for me over there, but you have to be a member of this channel to join the live stream where we're going to discuss this comment thread. Once you guys watch it, I'll see you guys there. Much love. One love.